Hi, welcome! Today I wanted to share with you guys another hypothetical. So the last time I did this was with Solmi and why she should have debuted with ITZY. And you can check that out in the card above if I remembered. But instead today we're going to talk about why Miyeon from GIDLE should have debuted with Blackpink. But also why she's better off with GIDLE, but that proved to be a very long and complicated title. So for those who don't know, Miyeon from GIDLE was a trainee at YG Entertainment. And she was part of the original lineup for Blackpink. So yes, Blackpink was supposed to be 5 members. However, she left for unknown reasons, though legend has it that you can still see her within their choreography. I will mention that we have not ruled out the possibility of infinite Blackpink members. So I definitely think there would have been some advantages had she stayed in Blackpink, but of course, I definitely also agree that she is better off with GIDLE. So we will be discussing both facets of this argument, of this hypothetical problem. It's not a problem. Of this hypothetical question. So let's do that. Actually, I'm going to stop you right there to remind you to subscribe to this channel, click the bell to be notified, and you can also do little things here and there to help sustain this channel, like asking me why I pronounce rosé like that, or sharing my videos with people that you can hate them with. So the first advantage we would see is that their choreographies would be so much better. Because Blackpink is a 3rd-gen girl group and refused to have one member cut off from the choreography to have their part shine like 21 would have. I know, I'm sorry, it's really hard to not bring up our Lord and Saviors in every video. Back to topic. And so we often see that these groups who have even number of members tend to cover one member to center another one. The choreography was just a lot different back then, so it didn't really happen as much as it does now. Now for groups like GIDLE who are an even number of members, you see one member covered constantly. G-Friend, you see a member covered. And Blackpink is no exception with them being 4 members. So had she stayed in the group, this would have eradicated that problem and they would have been more balanced choreography-wise. And we wouldn't have so many videos of delusional fans hypothesizing what Blackpink would be like in 3 members. So another advantage that we would see had she debuted with Blackpink would be that we would have a more distinguished group from 21. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, YG himself has admitted that he made no effort to distinguish Blackpink from 21 and that he wanted a pretty version of 21. Okay, cool, bro, we all get it. But at least if Blackpink were a 5-member girl group, it would have changed their dynamics ever so slightly, and I think it would have lessened a little bit of the comparisons. I mean, I sure as hell still would have compared them, but it might have helped their case with blind 3rd-gen stans. I said what I said, and I said it with my whole chest. So now we're gonna move on to the disadvantages had she stayed in the group. And the first one would be that her position would be redundant. I find that each member as of now brings something pretty unique to the table. I find that her personality and just her position in the group, it would be way too similar to Jisoo. In my opinion, their energies on stage are quite similar. And then I find they have the same type of voice. So obviously they don't sound the same, but they have a similar type of stability within their voices rather than a more emotional type of voice like Rosé. And in my opinion, they're also both kind of considered visuals of the group, which I think is a trend in K-pop that should die. But I digress. I just feel that her position would be a little bit unnecessary. And of course, this is based a lot off of the fact that I know what Blackpink are like right now and I understand their dynamic now. But obviously, there's a huge possibility that she would have blended super well into the group and I wouldn't have felt this way. So the next thing we're going to talk about, I don't know if it's an advantage or a disadvantage. So definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think. So in some ways, I feel like she would have been outshined by other members, but in other ways, I feel like she would have added some balance to the group, if that makes sense. I find that Jisoo is often put in the back of the choreography. She is the member that is hidden the most times within the choreography, so I don't know how that would have worked out. Obviously, no one would really be hidden, but I wonder how they would have competed for the spotlight, if that makes sense. It could go either way. It either would have balanced out the group, or maybe those two would have proverbially be put in a corner. But I definitely would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. So the comment shout out goes to this lovely individual. Yes, Kevin, without fail, is always at the end of my videos. Saluting you. aggressively. My mom loves it when you guys mention Kevin, so keep it up. And I love when you guys mention Paris or make memes about me, so keep that up as well. That's basically all I had to say for this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified. And you can also follow me on Instagram. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!